Okay, so when we last left off, we had assisted Lady Eldori with clearing out the bandit attack. She had given you guys a reward for your efforts in helping her deal with that issue and save some people. The next day, she was giving you your charter to go to the Stolen Lands and basically settle the area of the Greenbelt, the hinterlands and the Greenbelt. It's suggested that you start with Oleg's outpost. And you were able to spend the rest of the evening there and start out in the morning with a fresh start. On your way to the Stolen Lands, you would probably go through Restov, the main city, and then you guys would know that there's a Nivakta's crossing, like right before you leave the Brevoy and head into the Stolen Lands. So if you wanted to do some shopping or something like that, probably Restov would be your best bet for like the more variety, especially if you're talking about getting horses and stuff. You'd probably want to look there for those things. So you're gonna have more of a selection, probably better prices. Border towns know that, hey, we're your last stop.
Last gas
Awesome.
for
Let's go
60
shopping.
miles.
Yep.
Yeah, let's get some horses. Saddlebags.
So I think the saddlebags and stuff you guys can buy from your characters.
Yeah, you want to tack. Tack is your ride on saddle. You need that to ride a horse unless you're going bareback. And then saddlebags are optional, but I would recommend them for the cost of silver.
Yeah, so you guys are in the in the city. Was there, and you guys got your horses and tack and saddle and everything. You probably want to make sure, looking at the map, with your horses you can travel to.
You get 2 actions per day, and I believe on the road we can cross an
2
entire
squares a day
per action.
Yeah.
I believe. So we could do 2 on the road. We can do 2 hexes per day. I think. And maybe take care of the horses too. That's also only substance level. Like, you'd be getting enough calories, but it's not great food.
If I buy feed for Jingle, my horse, can I just buy standard feed and then just buy, is it 1 per day kind of?
Yeah, I'm looking up at feed. Legacy. It's like a copper piece for 1 a week worth of food, I think, for standard feed.
1 a week?
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be. It's just like, it's like grains, right? It's like just like the cheapest grains.
Okay. Well, then I'll buy
Yeah, I'm gonna also buy some for a week as well for a couple of copper, man. That's nothing.
Yeah, like if we're not going somewhere that's both far away from civilization and has no plant life, I think we can probably assume the horses are fed no problem. It's just the rest of us we have to worry about.
Yeah. Knowing horses, I know that they'll eat grass and wild stuff outside. It's not going to give them 100% of their
ideal
nutrition.
diet.
Yeah, it's not a very nutritious diet for them. Like, they'll eat the shit out of it, but it's like, like feeding your kids like Twinkies the entire day. Like, at the end of the day, you do that for a few days, they're not going to be getting, their nutrition and stuff. It's not going to be as good.
And he bought rations for myself, so, she's set.
Cool. So everyone got rations and horse feed and all that?
Yep.
I'm good for 7 days. Is that what everybody else is good for? A week?
Sounds good.
For me, it's 2, but yes, at least a week.
I bought a couple.
Cool.
Right, so
And I'll
we'll move
certainly
our-
add to our using. I've got a feat called Forager, so I'll definitely supplement that with like fresh berries and other fresh foods as we travel.
And actually, I moved this, but before we leave, like, are any of you going to be like asking around, asking any questions, any advice, like checking for rumors, stuff like that while you're in the city?
I was
Yeah, I
gonna.
think we'd wanna-
I was.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Nope. Go first.
I would think we'd want to talk to folks around. Hey, what's the road to this outpost like? What have they heard? You know, the usual stuff around if you're going to go outside of a more protected area that you want to know.
Might be me as the face of the party. Potentially.
Probably not the witch.
Efficiencies.
Well, it would definitely be antsy to be getting back out of civilization, so definitely go with you and put up with all of your questioning, but what do these city folk know about the plains and the forest? The rivers?
Yeah, that's interesting. So yeah, like before you leave to the Nivakta's crossing, you get a little bit of information, like, you know, there's not too much, just some people that go down there for supplying, you know, like there's a lot of hunters and trappers that kind of go in that area that you know, go hunt game and turn them in for food and stuff like that. Crazy people who go into the stolen lands usually never are heard of. The closer you get to there, I mean, the roads are pretty safe, but there still are some, you know, opportunists out there who kind of, you know, rather than working, would rather just take hardworking people's money. And you know, some ruffians. About the town itself, it's a fairly small outcropping town, but they're, you know, they're still under Restov, like, you know, laws and stuff like that. But there's the feeling is that there's an element of like of shadiness to the people who hang out in it. It attracts more of a rough element than the big
At
city.
the crossing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a fair amount of? Should we expect to see anyone on the road, or is it?
Oh yeah, there's people coming back and forth. A lot of the traders, you know, will sell their stuff to the crossing, and then, you know, people here in the city have like representatives buy the stuff and then bring them to the city to be sold. Or there's people who just make a living caravanning, you know, materials and stuff to the city. Pelts and meats and things like that.
I think Joe is talking about between here and the crossing, and I think Kevin was asking about the road out to Oleg.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the road out to Oleg's, yeah, I mean, that's stolen lands. It's been overrun. The rumors here is like it's just been overrun with bandits, wild monsters, and, you know, you'd have to be crazy to. I heard they're trying to settle it, and they sent some outpost out there, but I wouldn't take. You couldn't pay me enough money to do that job.
Fun.
So we need to be sort of vigilant on the way, the first leg. But as soon as we get in the stolen lands, it's like all bets are off. It's
Once we cross the river at whatever their name's crossing, like beyond that is progressively less and less civilized.
Yeah.
people go armed if they go at all. Like there's a road there and there's an outpost out there. Like there is traffic, but like that road goes off into another kingdom.
Guys, would it be, since we've got gold, would it make sense to like hire like some sort of guide to take us out there?
That's me.
That's you. Never mind. We're good. Noted.
He's like, you did.
I have all the, I've got all the survival skill and nature knowledge and whatnot. I'm riding a wolf. I'm wearing a pelt.
Yep.
And you guys know that Lindsay is pretty attached to you guys. She's super excited the whole time.
Wait, she's still like she's with us now?
Yeah, she's hanging. Like when you guys set out, she's like up and ready, and she's like, "All right, guys, let's
okay,
let's go."
I did not know. I did not realize she was coming with us. Does she have a horse? Pony or something?
Yeah, she'd buy a horse.
Okay.
If you guys are buying a horse, she'd probably be like trying to buy one that's just like one of your guys' horses.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say to her, the horse's Jingle's sister is for sale. Why don't we get her for you and be Jangle?
Jingle, jingle.
Yeah, she loves that. She loves that idea, for sure.
I'm gonna need a bard to help tell my story, so if you've got any of that going on, that would be great.
She's like, I'm already starting, and she's like, I'm still working on what happened, after that feast, that fight. And as you guys are like going through the city, she'll be like peppering you guys with questions like, why did you use that spell on the ogre? What made you that? What gave you the idea to like charm the ogre? And how did you learn how to do that thing with your sword? And just all of you just kind of every once in a while peppering questions and taking notes.
Lindsay, this is going to be a very profitable relationship. Let's go.
All right, so you guys set out for crossing town at least.
Oh, we're having some initiative. What's going on? We're initiating.
I didn't know it popped it up on that screen, but yeah, I was looking at something on the way. You guys are like on the road on the way there, and you come across a guy, and he seems to be walking. Everybody, give me a perception check though. Let me pop it in the chat. Penny, you notice like you guys see this person and they seem to be kind of walking at a leisurely pace, but you notice that they seem like their pace is kind of weird, almost like they're trying to, like they're watching you, and like you get the idea that they're trying to like time when they run into you.
Timing. I'm gonna spur my horse forward and throw off that timing, if that's possible. And howdy, friend. How you doing?
So just kind of like rush off to get one
towards. So it, like the person's trying to time me.
A bit of distance away, but yeah, you get this like he speeds up a little bit, slows down, like, and kind of to where you guys are.
Yeah, I want to throw it off, and I'll be like, I'll just say to the team, stick with me on this one, and then like bypass, meet him so that it messes up where he's trying to speed up and slow down to meet us.
Yeah. Okay. So when he starts to take off, are any of you guys are you gonna just kind of let him?
No, I'll definitely keep up with him on his horse. Surging ahead.
I'm gonna keep an eye, but I'm gonna stay back.
Now, I could issue a command, like I could use a spell and try to stop him. If it's that sketchy, so I'd probably like.
No, you just see the rest of you guys just see this guy walking. Penny just see when like just starts, just kicks her horse, and then just starts, speeding up towards them. Or towards
My
the
young wolf
person.
enjoys chasing prey, so yeah, let's chase after the horse. And can you draw like a line bisecting, like, is where he seems to want to meet us, like, around...
He'd probably be, like, just coming on there.
Trying to meet us, like, about there, or...
I would say, like, because you guys are on horse, right? He seems to be, like, was dawdling a little bit.
Trying to meet us about there.
Yeah, and then Penny starts... And these lines, I mean, it's just plains. Like, we'll just say, like, this main line that's right here is like the road you guys are on.
Mm-hmm.
These are just like little off trails or something, but that's the main road. So you guys are Penny just starts taking off ahead of you guys. Do you guys like join in? Do you call out anything, Penny, or do you just start?
No, I turn to them and I'm like,
he definitely picks it, like he like and he like starts drops his hat, turns around, picks it back up, and starts running. Starts jogging.
I'm like everyone have my back, and I'll like take off. Yeah. I said something's askew. Have my back. I'm trying to think of something panache to say. Or not panache to say, but
And you guys keep this
Gamblers,
keep
let's
pace.
get rambling.
So we'll say
I do, yeah.
you guys get to about here. He's running. He's slower because he's on foot, but he starts waving his arms, kind of like trying to get you to like oh.
I'll call out as I continue to gallop. Stop, friend. We must talk.
He realizes like he's not gonna get to there before you guys do, so he kind of just gives up on it and then stops.
If I look there, does the ground look any different?
Give me perception check. Chat again.
It is like, because you said he started waving at us, like trying to get us to stop. Like, is there like an unseen hole or a rope laying across the road to something like that? Like, and like this is open plains. Like, there's not like people waiting in ambush on either side of this like road area, right?
It's fairly open plain. Like it's there's some slight hills and lots of tall grass.
Yeah, so in that case, like, I'm definitely looking more at the ground where we'd be expected to meet where it looked like he was trying to meet us, more than like I'm not looking at the tree line or something, because there's not one. But when he starts like shouting the way you described, I would reassess that.
Sure.
What about?
Yeah, you don't see anything about the. You don't see anything off about the road or anything.
I'm gonna.
As the one who's taking the lead, can I do one as well, just to be on the safe side, since I'm leading everybody to ruin?
And this is
I would like to use a hero point on that too.
Sure, go ahead. This is a bit theater of the mind, just FYI, like not
Sure.
perfectly exact, but. And sorry, what was your question, Ethan?
I'm looking more to the sides, right? So I'm looking to the sides for attackers, and since it seems like he wants us to land where the red is, I'll be looking at the sides while Claus will looking at the road.
Sure.
Because I don't know what set Penny off, but she seemed suddenly agitated, so I was like, I had her back. But then this guy starts shouting like to wave us off. Like, what was he what was he shouting about? Like, to me, it seems open enough that I don't fear an ambush. I don't think. But now I'm suddenly concerned about our pathway.
So Penny, yeah, you kind of spot, like, with your looking off to the sides, in your perception check, you do see two more figures that are hidden off to either side, kind of that area.
North and the south. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I'm just going to yell out to the team, it's an ambush! Mind yourself! And keep going straight into it.
That. But then kind of place yourselves. Where would you have gone to, Penny?
So I think that what I would have done is I would have gone like over here so that I could like leap off my horse and like tackle one of those guys. Like, you know, like get on the back of the horse and then leap off and then like bam.
That's where these guys off to the side were. So were you going straight up to the one on the road, or were you going to go off? Yeah.
No, I'm going to go like this way towards this guy and close the distance. I'm best one-on-one, so.
Alrighty, and on your turn, you're going to try to tackle that guy?
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Kodon? Are you going to be still in the back there? Keep in mind, these ones are about 10 feet. We'll say these are 10 feet squares. So if that makes a difference, if you wanted to get a little closer.
I'll get a little closer.
So that would make you from about 100 feet from that guy, 80 feet from that guy, and...
Yep.
Okay. And Claw, you wouldn't have to dismount because your wolf is a little bit different. So where would you guys have gone to?
Right. I didn't mean to move. Still mounted, I would have been following Penny on her horse up until the point that she left off, and I would start like angling
probably
towards
like right around here,
like angling towards the person. Like, I'm not gonna keep following the horse. I'm gonna go where Penny went, so angle towards the person she's like tackling, to help overwhelm that nearest target. So starting there, like 20 feet or so away, makes sense probably.
And Oksana, you would have, if you kept pace with them, you'd be about here, or would you hang back a little bit once Penny points it out?
Hung back to about here, but I would have let my elemental actually travel towards this dude here. So I would have said, hey, you keep going, and I'm going to stop here. So whether that uses a movement or not, or, it gets part of the way before, the shit goes down.
Say about there, and then we'll say begin encounter. So Claw, you are up first.
All right. At this point, has Penny made her tackle attempt yet?
No, not yet. I'm about to at the very end of initiative order.
All right. I don't want to interrupt what's going on there. All right, that's good range. I'm going to target the farther guy here, the one that was trying to wave us off or get our attention or whatever, and throw some needle darts in his direction. Oh, it hit. Okay. I didn't think that was going to be quite enough. Yeah, that's solid. 8 points of damage. And then I will glass shield myself. Oh, no, I will not glass shield myself. Scratch that. Because I have a shield, I will just use my shield.
All right, Kodon.
Okay, I'm going to target...
You see him, you see that one, the needle darts just like hits some sort of main artery in his neck, and it just fountain of blood splats out as the guy takes a step and then falls.
That isn't.
Not quite what I meant to happen, but all right.
Can I do that?
I'm going to. Is that showing up for you on your screen?
Is what showing up for us?
The attack, yeah, you got days.
Oh,
So, which one are you attacking it on? Did you
This-
target it?
yeah, the
we
one up
did it
here.
Okay. So go ahead and roll the damage. Click roll damage.
Roll damage. Okay.
Alrighty, and then I can click on this to say save. He does not save. So DC 17, he rolled 15, so he takes that damage. And I think it's critical. Yeah, he didn't critically fail it, I don't think. No. So he's not dazed, but he did take the 5 damage.
Okay.
And that's 2 actions, you got 1 left.
I will bring up shield. And that is my turn.
This one, who was hidden much better than the other 2, pop
Oh,
up.
hello.
Kodan, he is going to, standing up, takes one of his actions. He is going to shoot his short bow. So I didn't target you. That hits.
Ouch.
It's a crit.
It was close, but not quite there. For 5 damage. Like that.
That tickles. It's a bit tickly.
Second shot. Be against Kodan too, but let me check something here. Oh yeah, no, it's a reload 0, so he takes 1 more shot at you and critically fails that one. All right, this guy, as Penny is probably midair from the jump at this moment in time, is gonna try to get a shot off on her.
Okay. Son of a gun.
That does hit, doing 1 whole damage.
Okay. And we were back at full health, right? After the night?
Yeah, you
Or
guys should
after
all
our
be
time. Okay.
back full health, yeah.
Okay. Great. Perfect.
And then try to get off 1 more.
Hits.
For 3 this time.
I don't like it. Not one bit.
And then for his 3rd action, he's going to pull out his daggers. And then it is this other guy's turn. Let's see. These 2. Claw and then Oksana. He's going to stand up 1 action. First attack towards Claw.
The bitches.
May use shield block 5 damage. Are you going to use 2 shield block?
Or
So then both you and your shield would take 1.
would take 1. I will.
So you can do your shield. I'll
what
give
a-
you.
Okay, thank you.
And then Oksana. And 5 for Oksana. And that's his turn, and it is Oksana's turn. Needle darts.
Needle to death.
Just make sure you target. Yeah, you got to target it. Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
So I can go ahead and hit roll damage. There you go.
All right, that's all right. Bad.
All right, so he has to. I had to do this guy behind me here, so because he's within 30, he's 30 feet. The other guy's 40, and it's only 30 feet. So, he's got to do a will save.
Alrighty. Or he's sickened.
Yes.
Oh, he is sickened. Let's see for how long.
Chained up to a minute, as long as he can see him.
Well, that's a good one. Up next is Penny. Midair,
Okay.
flying towards this guy.
Midair, flying towards this guy. I think I have him targeted. It's left click, right click.
Double right click, yeah.
Double right click. There we go. Okay, cool.
You'll see a little target.
And yep, now I do. So I think would it start off with like some sort of like acrobatics to like attack him, or is it an unarmed strike? Like how does this work in this game?
What is it exactly you're trying to do? You jumped off your horse. You said earlier you wanted to tackle him?
Yeah, I want to jump off my horse. Like I want to get on the back of my horse, like I'm standing on the saddle, and then I'm gonna jump and I'm gonna like knock him on the ground and I'm gonna like punch him in the face.
So I think mechanics wise that would be like a shove, right? You're gonna click on your basic action macros and there's this shove.
Okay, got it.
And it's gonna go against his, I think, reflex. It's either reflex or fortitude. It's one of his ability DCs.
Got it.
But if you have him targeted and click that shove, it will roll and it'll tell you if you succeed or not.
Yeah.
And you do have hero points. I'm going to use that hero point. Yeah, we just got another one that we were talking about, Evil Eye.
Yep. So I'm going to use that. Give me a second. I'm going to go here.
And while I'm thinking about that.
And I'm going to re-roll using a hero point. Mother chucker.
So you jump off and hit him, but he kind of saw you coming a little bit and braced himself a bit.
Sure.
You're not able to get him knocked down, but that would just be like one action of you trying to do that, and then you got 2 more actions left if you want to try something.
All right. So then the next. Shoot! Can you undo that? I didn't mean to hit my character's feet.
Plug in.
Okay, sorry about that. And then I'm going to pull up I was trying to hit my character. Yep, pull it up. So I'm going to do a rapier strike, and 14's. Oh, it's a hit. Well, what do you know? For 6.
How do you do that?
And then I'm going to use dueling parry.
Well, he's dead.
And that'll give me an 8.
Okay.
Oh, damn it. Okay, that's fine.
It gives you an AC though. So is that AC only against melee attacks or?
Yeah.
Okay, so like these guys shooting arrows at you, it won't make a difference.
Yep, it's only
It's just +2 to AC.
Yeah, I don't think it specifies. Only
it is. So I could like knock arrows out of the way with my sword as they're shooting at me.
Yeah,
that's dope. I'm keeping it.
If it's in that 2-point difference, that's what's happening.
Yeah, and claw.
This is the guy that second, I think, but he's in range, which is the important part for me to needle dart him also 60 feet. Yeah. I think that was quote. I'm going to use a hero point on that.
There you go.
Yeah, that is much better. That is an awesomely better. Roll damage. And he's taking 1 bleed as well.
We'll say double.
That's what happens
not
from the crit.
But is there a bleed up there? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh well, it doesn't matter. He took all the bleeds.
He's dead.
So
all the bleed.
He has no more left to give.
No more bleed to bleed. And we will start back across the road in a 10-foot, 20-foot, 30-foot, 40-foot. Double move 10-foot, 20-foot, 30-foot, 40-foot, and tell this guy to stand down if he doesn't want to be dinner. And my wolf goes, "Arr!" And I end my turn.
Yeah, this guy's seen you guys make short work of his companions, and he's not doing too hot. He's gonna drop his bow and raise his hands and be like, "Hey, we were told you guys were gonna be super easy, like that you guys were."
Told by who?
The last night's heroes.
He's like, "Look, it doesn't matter. I give up. You take my stuff. I just I surrender."
I'll walk him back down to the party.
Take your stuff, we will. You know what the drill is, my friend. And I command him to take off all his clothes down to his briefs and start walking back. But before he walks back, obviously I want to go through his loot. Like, we can question him, but
yeah, I mean, he's got a couple daggers and a short bow and leather armor. He's like, "Can I at least keep my rations, like my food?"
well, it's a day till town. Take a day's worth of food. Oh yeah, you could. Can you do that?
Command him or charm him or something. Let me read charm.
I think Kenneth was asking a question too. What were you asking, man?
Yeah, so he was saying it doesn't matter who told him that we were easy pickings.
I think it matters very much.
I agree. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, so could I try to charm him? And then try to get more information out of him?
Sure, you could probably even tell him, like, if you resist this, you're dead, and then cast it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I don't think, like, charm doesn't really give. Doesn't hurt him or anything.
Yeah, it's your words are honey and bathed in a dreamy state. Must do a will save. So he does get a +4 with it, though. So maybe command is better.
Command's like a one short thing, like drop your weapon, kneel. He's like, "Look, Pecto is the one that talked to him. He's the one that got the job. He just told me.
And that's one of the dead guys.
We got hired to take out that you guys pissed someone off or something. I don't know that you stole something or something. I don't know. He didn't get the details. He just was given your description on where you'd be. We were told to make you guys, go away."
And who's Hecto? One of your compatriots here?
Yeah, he points at this guy over here.
Maybe we search him to see if he has anything on him.
But yeah, you can double click on him now.
When you end combat, they give you experience for enemies that are not killed.
Yeah, it's anybody who is in the initiative order.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they both have daggers, short bows, leather armor, rations, and silver pieces.
So whoever killed him should get it, right? Kidding. Whoever wants to grab it.
Well, I mean, we can. Yeah, it's the silver. This guy starts dropping his stuff.
In that case, I think I killed 2 of them, and I told this guy to stand down. So does that mean I get almost all of it? And I certainly do not just take that position, but just saying.
Yeah, this guy starts dropping his stuff, but he's just like, if you're sending me out naked, at least let me have my food, man. You might as well just kill me.
Where do you live?
Says, well, I'm just gonna go back to Restov.
Should we leave him like 2 days of rations or a day of rations or something?
Yeah, he's got 2 days worth of rations on him. Well, only be enough to get him back. But he dropped his stuff right here. You guys should be able to see that, right?
It says... Oh, too far away. That's all.
Oh no.
And I can drag all their stuff into there. If you wanna split it up easier for like
That
the
would
silver
make it
pieces,
easier.
Because then you can just say split 5 ways. So you guys continue on. It's pretty uneventful until you come to Nivakta's crossing. So it's a little village. You see that it's a pretty small town, but they've got pretty good defenses, around it. A decent wall and some guard stands, a palisade and some guard stands on the northeastern bank of the Shrike River. See a low bridge allows access over the river into the wilderness, into the stolen lands. You come into town, you notice the people here seem to be sturdy, tougher sort of people than you would see in the city. There's not a lot of rivalry. Mostly you see people selling, trading goods like pelts and hunting equipment and stuff like that.
Very first thing I want to do is figure out if there's a bar nearby, where I can start to beat the streets for rumors about who did the attack on us.
So what you want to do is it's a gather information. I don't know if that's on the basic action macros. I think I have to.
Oops, I hit the wrong.
It's on the basic action macro on the Explore tab.
Yep.
It has gather information.
So yeah, it'd be a gather information check to see. But you get a +2 while you're in this town, because these people seem to be very gossipy.
Oh, should I make an impression first?
Not on this one. On this is just kind of like you're either eavesdropping or chatting around with people, more diplomacy, just to see. But they're pretty loose-lipped and more than willing to share some rumors that you already. You can roll me a D10.
Absolutely not. Just kidding. D10. Ten on the nose, baby.
All of the 10.
So you hear a rumor that you get told a rumor that a group of Spriggans lives somewhere in the Tors. They've been at war with the Gnomon Centaurs for as long as anyone can remember, and rumor holds that the current Spriggan leader stole a magic bow from the Centaurs quite a few years ago, and that's what started the whole war between them.
Well, I know what Ethan doesn't know what a Spriggans is.
It's a group of Spriggans Deutsch.
Aha!
Ich Spriggan
Deutsch. Thank you.
They're kind of they're kind of kin to gnomes.
Okay. They're kind of like gnomes. Okay, I just am trying to get a visual, because I know what a centaur is. Stole a magic bow. This is going into our journal. One of my journals didn't make it over, which was a bummer, but that's okay. I've still got good stuff. Stole a magic bow.
And they want us to steal it. Or we should steal it back.
It's not really quests. It's just rumors that they've been hearing, these Spriggans and the Centaurs are the whole thing is caused.
Can I get some sort of sense of where the Tors are? We're at the crossing, NVIDIA's crossing, and I'm just wondering if there's a possibility to get a sense of where this area is, the tours that are happening.
Yeah, so
What
Tors,
neighborhood is there?
Yeah.
The Tors are these mountain. These mountain. God, I want it. There we go. This mountain range right here. It's considered the Tors, around here, this area.
Ah, okay, got it. That's way out of our league.
And then
so
the Centaur,
You said
Gnomon
down.
Centaurs are around in this area.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
like this area's the Taurs,
Yeah.
and the centaurs from this
Yeah.
area. This is the
The
area
place we're
up
told
here,
to go is we're
Yeah.
going to.
kind of around this area here. It's in the same region, but not necessarily the exact region. These are just things nearby that they've heard rumors about. Is basically. Go ahead and roll me a D. Let me see. I think it's another D10.
Are you sure, or is that a?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it. Come on, you can do it. A 1.
From a 10 to a 1. All right. Getting those edges cleared out. A lot of people, when they're talking about that, they start also talking about there's rumored to be a silver dragon that lives in the Taurs, but no one's seen her for some time. Wonder if she's moved on or moved somewhere else with all the activity going on that drove the dragon away.
Are silver dragons generally good, or would I know that, or are they sort of just another dragon that eats things?
I mean, they're dragons still.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But they are, I think, considered to be more of the civilized ones, at least. They're more concerned with like justice and chivalry. And
Got it.
anyone else want to seek around for some rumors?
Don't be shy, folks. Get drunk. Learn facts.
I'll try to find out what I can about the people who run Oleg's. Maybe talking to the the trappers and hunters and stuff that I would feel more comfortable around. But like who's traded there, who's worked with him, who's spoken to him, what's his demeanor? Is he a good guy?
Sure, go ahead and roll gather information check.
I would probably go around looking
Dice.
for like signs of occultism and arcana and that kind of stuff to see if I can meet folks that help me understand what kind of forces are those forces prevalent in this area and kind of what's going on.
In the wildlands or around this area here?
Just where we're at right now, because they may just in the outpost area is where I'd look for those kind of signs, and then if I can meet somebody who I think may have those leanings, try to engage in discussion around kind of what are the larger, darker forces going on in the area.
All right, let me think about that one. So yeah, like nobody's really heard of Oleg. Like maybe they're like, I know a few people have gone out there to try to settle something, but nobody really knows Oleg. You don't really find anybody who knows him specifically around here. Go ahead and roll a gather information check for me. Yeah, like when you start trying to ask about those things, people immediately find they're like, "Oh, look at that! I've got. I think I left the fire on at home. I suddenly remembered I have somewhere far away from here to be. Some people tell you maybe you need to speak to, Kara Arinkia. I'll put it in the chat. Basically the local priest of cleric of Pharasma, which you would know it to be Lady of Graves. Basically saying that, you need help. Asking around about things like that, it's just asking for trouble. But like mainly looking around the town too. It's a pretty small. It's almost like a large outpost than anything else, right? You got like some traders and stuff like that, an inn and a tavern, a church. You got the bare minimum of what a small town would be made to be. Mostly the people in here are passing through, like either going into the Stolen Lands every once in a while, but mostly like coming here to gather supplies and then taking them back to Restov. Population's about 140 people, to give you an idea of the size of the town totally. But you guys, would they be able to find an inn? I was just looking up what that would cost. I think it's only like a few silver pieces per person per night.
I would assume
put
that
the horses up there too.
Yeah, that we would stay the night, right? Before heading out.
I mean,
As well.
to get to here would have been like, a whole day from, like by the time you came into town. It's pretty much afternoon, evening, like, unless you want to set out.
I would vote we spend the night and have a couple of pints.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I feel like there's, while we may have found out as much as we can, maybe there's some trouble we can get into here.
You're looking to get into trouble at the
Well, just a little bit of fun. I wouldn't go so far as to say trouble.
Good trouble. Right?
Do you kind of like let people know when you're talking to them, trying to get rumors? Are you pretty open about like you're staying at the you're gonna be setting out for the Stolen Lands type of thing, or?
No, I think I'm going to talk about my past adventures and the hell I raised as a youth amongst the elves, because I'm just like, to the elves, I'm like basically an infant, right? I'm 23 years old. Like, I have no business doing what I'm doing, but I got into so much trouble that I got kicked out, and I'll tell stories about that. It'll be more about me, and I'll make sure that the bard is next to me, and less about like what I'm going off to do.
There we go. So, yeah, it's a silver piece per day for, like, common lodging here. A meal would cost you 3 silver pieces, or 3 copper pieces, sorry. Unless you just wanted, you can get 1 copper piece for some, like, the last week's leftover stew.
No. Oh, no. I've got the money for this.
Yeah.
I don't need trash, my friend.
I said we stay and eat and go and sleep.
Sure. And did you get your improved healing kit? Did you add that from before?
I did. So I'm down to like 8 gold, 8 silver, 7 copper. So
when we get to a map where I can see tokens, I'll totally chip in money back to you.
I think if you hit C, you can bring up your character sheet. And then if you hit P, you can bring up the party. You can put it in the party thing, and then somebody can pick it up. Or I can put us over the battle mat if you want.
The party window works.
Yeah, whatever you guys want to donate, that's cool. It was 50 total, so.
Oh, and then I don't know if you heard me when I was going on after the expanded healer kit hit. Would we have been able to find in Restov sort of scraps of cold iron and or adamantine?
I mean, yeah, it's the biggest city in like for quite a ways. So I'm sure that like some blacksmiths you would be able to find. So, like, do you just need like a tiny piece of it? Do you need a certain amount of it, or?
It's access to a sample of it says. So like I imagine like just like some cast off piece from some piece of work they were doing, just a scrap piece. Like what we're doing, like it's for the needle dart spell, and we're using that to magically make needles out of.
Yeah.
So I imagine after a while, it would probably start to resemble like either like a lump of chewed gum or a ball or whatever as needles are made, and then the metal, because it returns the metal back to you afterwards.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I would say you'd be able to find adamantine. Like, even to get a scrap, though, of that, it's going to be a little expensive because, like, a chunk of adamantine is worth about 500 gold pieces. And that's like a light bulk of it, like, not even like a whole ingot, right? And a whole ingot,
Okay.
one whole ingot of adamantine is like 5,000 gold pieces. So, like, even to get a shard of it, you're probably looking at like 100 gold. Like a blacksmith is gonna know, like, I keep enough of these and I can like make an ingot out of it.
Sure.
Definitely. So something like that, but like iron, things like that, you'd probably be able to find the scraps.
Cold iron.
Same thing with the silver, about a gold for the silver. What was the other one? Silver.
Cold iron?
Cold iron was about a gold for a chunk. About the same price as
Okay.
silver.
So for 2 gold, I could have a piece big enough for the spell of silver and of cold iron.
Yeah. I would just say like we can go ahead and explore more next week.
Bye.
Cool. Thanks so much.